Hello, my name is Mena and I'm back this week to show you what I've been working on, and this is the basics of weaving. Here is an example of some basic weaving, and for this project we'll need cardboard, old fabrics, wool, some scissors and someone on hand to help with the scissors if needed. First we'll take a little cardboard square and we're going to take a pen and mark down one side about 1 centimetre apart. We'll then turn the cardboard around and do the same on the opposite side. Next, what we need to do is grab a pair of scissors and make little snips along where we've put those little pen lines. Watch your fingers when doing this and make sure there's someone on hand to help if needed. Next, what we're going to do is grab a piece of wool and wedge it in the first hole. We'll then use this to wrap around the entire piece of cardboard, like you can see on screen. Remember to leave a few centimetres either side and cut off the excess wool at the end. Now we're going to look back at the process of weaving. What we can see is someone has gone over and under and over and under, and on the next line they've done the opposite. We're going to do the same with our wool, so we're going under, over, under, over, under, and push that right up so we can get as much wool and materials on this board as possible. Now for the next line we need to do the opposite, so we're going over, under, and over. And here's our completed 2 lines. We'll repeat this process again, but I'm going to start using some fabric, so I've gone with the opposite way the last line went. We're repeating this process again, so we're doing the opposite to the line before, and when the line is finished, push it right up so we've got plenty of room on our makeshift loom to get a lot of fabric and wool. Under, over and under. Pull your strings tight at the end of your line, but make sure you're not pulling them too tight, otherwise the piece will go out of shape. So what I've done is I've continued with some pieces of fabric, so following the rule that we're making every line opposite to the one before it, and I'm just securing these fabrics in place by doing a few extra lines with the wool. The most important part of this project is that we're doing over, under and over every time, and changing it every line we're doing. So we're pulling them tight here, but not too tight as not to lose the shape of the piece. Remember to tie those pieces into place So put a little knot at the end of every row that you've done, just to make sure it all stays secure. We can then trim off those additional end beads. So here's my finished piece. And what I'm doing now is I'm just trimming the pieces of fabric that I have that are longer than the loom that we've made. So we need to keep a little bit of the length there to make sure it stays in place, but we can just trim them down a little bit. So now, as I finished, I'm cutting the wool that's on the back of the loom that we've made. And very, very gently, I'm removing the wool from the little gaps in the cardboard. Be very careful doing this, as your piece could lose its shape. So take your time. So now we can discard our cardboard. And what we need to do is tie the ends together. So I'm taking the two right hand side pieces and tying a knot there to keep it all in place. So I've done all my knots now. What I'm going to do is take a scissors and just trim off the excess wool so the edges are not too long. What we've done now is made our first basic weaving. So we've shown that we understand the skill. Now here's one that I've been working on. And here are some other examples where they've been experimental with the wool and used different types of wool to get different effects. Going back to the start, here is the over and under rule. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy making your own weavings.